Hey guys, Beth here. I'm just going over some things here. I had a lot of people call me or message me about the earlier video I did about court, and if you just scroll through your phone, you can find out pretty much everything. And no, I'm not trying to take away from what I say, but I'm just telling you you can find out anything you want to on the internet. Um, so they say, well, if you can't afford an attorney, like I talked to you about today earlier, attorney usually pays about $7,500 to obtain them, and then if you lose, you're like, oh man, yeah, sorry. So anyway, then you got your public defenders. Now, public defenders and lawyers work that's from the federal court. And I got a couple notes here. Paid by the percentage of the fines. You got the attorney for hire, which is a private entity, but they both work for the government. The same government entity that is also prosecuting you for the crime. Okay? So you just got to keep that in mind when. Now I don't know, if it's a stepping stone to be a court-appointed attorney to get into. I know a lot of attorneys that have been court-appointed. This is pretty cool. What is another name for a lawyer or attorney? There are other terms that refer to professionals with similar responsibilities to lawyers and attorneys: solicitor, barrister, advocate, esquire, and counsel are all terms that relate to legal professions. Did you just hear what I said? Can you just really just think about it, about what I just said? But anyway, and then I had some other questions here. Let me find them here. I don't want to leave anybody out, okay? Let me go back here. I had a private message after I did my video today and said, they said, do you realize what you're doing? And I said, well, that's a matter of perspective. It's a matter of perspective. If you don't understand that, that's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Here's my grocery list. Yeah, are you sure you're doing the right thing? It's a matter of perspective. Yeah, like I said, keep doing what you do best, which is just look away and ignore it, and it won't affect your life. Sooner or later, it will affect somebody in your family. When that happens, you'll have a whole different outlook. When back the blue until it happens to you. When somebody in your family, no matter who you are, what caliber person you are, character, or where you go to church, I'm just saying, sooner or later, it'll happen to somebody in your family. Somebody in your family they don't know is related to you. Then what do you do? Then what will you do? And then I started jotting down stuff about Caitlin Clark, and I mentioned her the other day. Such animosity from the women in the WNBA. Women's sports has always been left behind. And, that's okay. It's always been left behind. And always been played down. And now they're having to get NBA stadiums to hold all the people that want to go to women's basketball. Unfortunately, when I got to that level, that was back in 1986, things didn't quite turn out that way. I'll tell you what, all this, I understand the whole, Caitlin Clark, I understand the whole, she didn't have experience thing or whatever. She's the best player and the most popular player in the United States of America, in the world. Okay? Why would you be jealous of somebody coming to your team with your record and trying to improve it? Why? She don't fit the pattern. She's not like you. She might want to get married and have kids. She might not be in a relationship with a woman. She has a different perspective on life than you do. Okay, come on, guys, let's get our shit together. Because let me tell you something. Life is short. It's a vapor. And every minute we spend bickering and arguing over things. And yes, I do bicker and I do vent and I will continue to do that. But I'm just saying with women's basketball, this whole thing, age has a way of sneaking up on you. Like some older people in the league, and they've had their opportunities, and whatever opportunities that the time and that era gave them. But WNBA now is a totally different ball game, and if you're going to deny one of the most talented players in the country, in the world, access to play on the Olympics team, I understand that whole thing. But it's just the point. If she gets a $220 million Nike contract, every kid in the world that loves Nike will follow her. Okay, look at Tiger Woods. I mean, think about it. Oh, I'm not getting endorsements like her. Well, work harder. Okay. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with a very enlightening video about court corruption. Okay, stay tuned. Bet the risks aren't high. God bless.